Hi everyone! Today I'm going to make a 360 Pong. It's a different version from the Pong you are used to because here you have to control 4 paddles. It requires a very high synchronization, but I'm sure that you will find it very fun. So if you're ready, let's get started. Let's begin deleting the cat and creating the sprites that we need. So let's make the paddles, something like that. Make sure you put it in the center of the canvas, because if not, this is not going to work properly. And let's call it up. Put it here. Now right click, duplicate. This is going to be down. Right click, duplicate, select, and rotate. As you see, it's still in the center. This is going to be right. So let's put it here. And right click, duplicate to make left. Let's put it on the left side. Make sure it is touching the border. Let's add the ball and change the size, 30. And in the backdrops, we're going to put a rectangle, solid, no fill, outline, red. Would be 20. So let's put it here. Now let's zoom in to adjust it. Okay, once we have it, we can increase the outline a little bit more. And let's start coding. And we're going to start coding the bars, which are very easy. In the case of the top and down bar, yes, the name should be top. Let's go to the code. They will always have the same X position as the mouse pointer. So, when green flag clicked, forever, we're going to set X to, here in sensing, mouse X. And as you will see, the top paddle, the top bar, follows my mouse pointer in the horizontal axis. Let's pass it to down bar, the same, and with right and left, it's the same program with the y-axis. So, forever, set y to mouse y. We pass it to left, and that's finished. As you may see. That way we can create corners, which will be very useful when the ball goes there. And now let's code the ball, which is the most difficult part or the most complex part of this game. Okay, in the ball, when green flag clicked, first of all, we're gonna send it to the center, here. The ball is going to point in a direction that could be, between 20 and 40. And we're going to add a wait block of 2 seconds to have some time between the moment we click on the green flag until the game actually starts. And forever, let's put move. For example, 6 steps. In this case, I'm not going to use if on edge bounce, because if it touches not the edge but the red color, we're going to lose the game. So if on edge bounce is completely unnecessary. And directly we're going to pass to the code of the collision with the bars. Let's begin with the left and right bar, or paddle. So let's put an OR. And if the ball is touching left or touching right, let's see the way it is going to bounce. Look, if the direction, for example, is 60, it's going to bounce off that way, which is negative 60. If the direction is 120, it's going to bounce off that way, which is negative 120. In maths, the way to do this is multiply the direction by negative 1. So we're going to multiply the current direction by negative 1. And that way, the collisions with the left and right paddles is done. Let's duplicate this and put it here. Do not put it inside other conditions, because if not, that's not going to work. And let's configure the top and down paddles. In this case, look, I'm gonna show you. If it, for example, hits the top bar that way, it's going to bounce off in this direction. 30 plus 150 is 180, and that's not a coincidence. If it hits the top bar that way, it's going to bounce off that way. 60 plus 120 is also 180. So, if, and that if else needs to be there. If the direction is positive, so greater than 0, it's going to point in direction, and we need a minus 180 minus direction. If direction is 120, 180 minus 120 is 60, which is the example that I have said before. But if the direction is not greater than 0, that's going to be a bit different. Because, look, if it is, for example, negative 30, that's going to be negative 50. Sorry, negative 150. And in this case, the maths need to be that way. Because if it is negative 150, negative 180 minus negative 150, that will be the same as negative 180 plus 150, which is negative 30. So this is what we need. And now you are going to check it bounces off perfectly. Okay, so the most difficult part of the game is done, and now we only need to do a few things to make it a fun game. Let's go to backdrops. This backdrop is going to be named play, and I'm going to add another one where I'm going to write, I need to click here to write game over. Select part, and let's call it game over. So let's go back to the ball, and down here, making sure this if is not inside others. If touching, let's go back to backdrops and put this one. Go back to the ball. If touching color, red, we are going to switch backdrop to game over and stop all, which means that the beginning of the game, we're going to switch backdrop to play. Let's check. I'm not going to move. Game over. If you want to hide the paddles and the ball, that's easy. Let's go, for example, to the top paddle, and let's put when backdrop switches to play, show. And when backdrop switches to game over, hide. Let's pass them to all the other sprites. And that should be already working. Let's see. Perfect. Click on the green flag. Everything shown. Perfect. So now let's count the points that we get. We're gonna get 1 point every time paddle hits the ball. So we need a variable. Let's call it score. With a double click, you can change its appearance and put it here. And in the ball, it's gonna be simple. At the beginning, set score to 0. And whenever we touch left, right, or top down, put it here, not inside, here. And you only have to put it once. Put it inside, you have to put it here and here. Change score by 1. Let's try. Okay. Perfect. Green flag and resets the score. And finally, let's make different velocity, a velocity that increases as we play. So another variable, let's call it velocity. It's going to move not 6 steps, but velocity steps. And the code is quite simple. When green flag clicked, set velocity to 5, for instance. And forever, every 3 seconds, we're going to be increasing the velocity by 1. I said every 3 seconds, but you can change that. I don't want velocity to be visible, so I'm going to hide it, but later, because now we're going to check it, and I want you to see the current velocity. Okay, it's 5, now it's 6, 7, as you see the ball is moving faster and faster, 8, 9, 10, that's the way. Okay, let's stop. And, well, let's hide velocity. And this is the end of the tutorial. You can add many more things to the game if you want to, but I'm going to stop here because I think this is enough. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao!